I think the one thing you catch even going into the last round is how important depth is. You know, I don't know if it was as necessarily. I think I think it came down to the D tackle spot being the last drafted. They went to the injured list, and then the blue team found a loophole by drafting a center that was all by himself and there was no one else to get just to get to the last pick. But it comes down to depth. I mean, I don't think it came down to who the best player was, or I think the two picks on there were Shane Roy and Justin Moody, but they wanted two. They wanted Calvin Hamilton as well, just to have the extra guy, and that kind of just tells you what your kids understand and about depth on your chart. You got to have it at every position, and I think you're a stronger unit when you have them because you're eventually gonna need that guy. So, but a great draft overall. I'm sure you guys have some questions about whatever. As far as just injuries, you guys obviously saw the guys that at least we think are injured, or I mean, there's some guys up there that you guys know haven't played. You guys have done a great job of not really reporting who's in and who's out, and I appreciate you continue to do that. Nobody knows, who's really in or out, and but I guess we'll find out. And we really don't know sometimes. But I would say some of the guys you saw on that injured list probably won't play, except for maybe Patrick Jones. I don't know. Right now I'd say he wouldn't play, but that's why they were arguing. They thought he was out, but you never know.
Were you surprised to see Shantez as the first running back off the board?
I've kind of said to you guys that he's been impressive. I'm kind of surprised. When you got rookie of the year back there, but that I think we've talked a little bit about running back depth. Rashid's a good player, and Darren Hall's a good player, and I heard a couple of guys walking. I went to go get some cashews over there, and they talked about the cashews really good. It's one of my favorite nuts. Jerry, if you're ever looking for a birthday gift or something,
I'll keep that in mind, Coach.
Okay. But just talking about the playmaking ability. I mean, he's got the ability to catch the ball. They've just seen him make some plays. I don't know if that was against the third defense or the second defense, but they have, the image that he's made plays, and they're watching tape every day, like we are as coaches. And Shantez has been impressive. So it's a tribute to what he's done. And if I'm the second or third or fourth tailback taken, I would imagine they're going to come out and run pretty hard. So I'd rather be the underdog. I think Shantez got a lot of pressure on him for Saturday at 1:00 in Heinz Field.
Did the gold team surprise you a little bit with their creativity drafting Schuster, Winslow?
It's not really the creativity. I think there was a depth at kicker. I mean, we know how important the kicking game is. So, when you talk kickers, Blewett was already on that team, so they had to get a kicker. If they would have opened up and took the third kicker or the second best kicker and had two of the best kickers, they would end up with a third. Now you're looking for going for two, and you lose. You can have a good game and lose 14-13, and it was all based on the kicking game. So, kicking game is important. I was wondering. I couldn't believe that Winslow wasn't selected. Faster. Because punt returns, we're going to blow him dead wherever he catches it. So it's that guy who can drive it as opposed to maybe not driving it. So special teams is important. I think that's just another factor there that they thought about. Maybe the blue squad thought about points.
You're going to play just like a regular game with 3 and outs if they happen and punts and everything like that.
It'll be played just like a regular game. We're looking at 10 to 12 minute quarters. Again, based on the depth and how much how much we're doing, but I think we'll start off with 12-minute quarters to start off with, and then in the second half, depends on how many plays we get in that time period. I think last year we kind of went to a running clock. Depends on what time the Penguins game starts. We'll make sure you guys don't miss that.
I
think
care,
we'll probably
Coach.
have that up on a big screen. I care, but it'll the first half will be 2 12-minute quarters, and then we'll see what it looks like from there.
You're going to make an alteration to the long snapper, Jake Knight, switch him over to the other team, or you're going to leave him on?
We're going to leave him on the other team. Again, that had nothing to do with the draft. Nate Bosser is really the backup snapper probably at this point. So they already had him. So he got drafted in the fullback tight end area. So they knew they already had a guy, but they opened up just to get him so that they had to pick D tackles first so they'd get 2 D tackles. That's what they wanted. They wanted the 2 other D tackles.
Right.
They wanted depth.
These guys have a
Commissioner
future.
has a tough decision to make right there.
These guys have a future as NFL GMs, don't they?
Some of them do. I mean, Biz was pretty good over there.
Were you a little surprised the Rara went first at the split in?
Not at all. Not at all. I mean, Quadri's a good player, but so is Lopes, and that doesn't surprise me a lick because he's been a guy that's made plays. He's tough. He can catch the ball and he can run. So that doesn't surprise me. I think he's a good player that's going to contribute this year, as I think I've told you in the post. But you never know what I feel like. what Coach Sherm feels like, did they feel like that? And they feel pretty strong about it. So it's a good thing. You feel stronger that way.
Do you feel like generally that the way this order sort of went reflects what the way you guys as coaches feel about for the depth chart right now?
I think in a lot of spots, I've been in some spots where people took a big hitting safety and then, the guy let, the number 2 receiver run by him, but he'll hit you. But I think for the most part, there was some smart. I didn't see anything where I go, wow, that was, not very intelligent. I thought there were smart picks and nothing really surprised me. The depth chart is the depth chart, and there's, it's a fluid depth chart still. I mean, whether it's rah-rah, quadri, all those. We're not naming a starter today. We have in August to get that done, but at least it lets, if I'm rah-rah, I'm going, hey, I got a shot. My team believes in me, and he's got to put forth on Saturday afternoon.
You got Dantes back almost full health for Saturday.
We think he is, yeah. I think he is. So, we'll find out. If he goes to class and he's in the cathedral and trips, you never know. A lot of things can happen between now and Saturday at 1 o'clock. I've seen crazier things. Coach, I tripped on the curb.
Do you have a favorite right now? Who do you think did better?
I'd have to look at the depth chart. I would say if you guys break it down, and you look at the quality of offensive and defensive linemen, that's where it starts. I think they got maybe the starting 2 quarters at this point, which that would be the blue squad. So you'd have to look at the whole thing together. But I think it's pretty evenly. We got it matched up where we got 3 tackles over there. They got 3. Each got 3 guards, so you got some depth. I'd have to look at the whole depth chart, which is being processed right now by the GAs. Anything else?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks for coming, gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.